what religion means to me. This is my video submission for the Hell Outreach program at myspace.com, The Devil Satan. So what religion means to me. I was born Christian, raised Christian, went to church every Sunday. My grandparents are devout Christians, which I respect that completely. The way I feel about religion is whatever you make of it. Whatever you want to believe, whatever you feel so strongly about, that's your religion. That's your belief. And I completely respect your belief. I'm not like other Christians that say, you're going to go to hell if you don't believe in Jesus, and da-da-da-da-da. No, you're being an asshole. And if my God likes assholes, I don't want anything to do with that. And the thing about that, too, is whoever put in the Bible, Jesus is the only way to heaven, that's complete bull. Okay? That's complete and utter bull. So what you're telling me is if you don't believe in Jesus, God alienates you and doesn't let you into heaven. But He lets people who do evil deeds throughout their life, like most of Catholic preachers, you know, people like Hitler, serial murderers, serial rapists, molesters, Stalin, and He forgives them. They get to heaven, and it's like, but then what's the point of telling somebody you should be good to other people and do good deeds? Then there would be no point, and we would probably all kill each other without restraint, you know. And as humans, we can control those emotions and those feelings. You might feel angry, but you just have to go, you know what? Let it go. Just let it go, because I'm probably a better person than they will ever be. And that's what you have to do. But anyway, the God I believe in doesn't do that. You have to forgive people to an extent, but the people I just described, don't forgive them, you know. Because it's like, what's the point? That brings me to another point. I don't believe the universe is 6,000 years old. I believe it's 13 billion years old. I believe in a divine creator. Probably not the same God that you believe in, but it's a God. And I believe in Jesus Christ too. But, you know, that's because I was raised Christian. But, you know, and what He taught is just something that you can apply to your life to just live a better life, you know. If humans would quit bullshitting each other and killing one another, maybe we could find things out about ourselves. But right now we're just stuck killing one another. You know, it's like we know more about the moon than we know about the oceans. And whenever I see videos of like these newly discovered animals in the oceans on land, it's like, you know, we didn't know about that for years and years and years, but we're just now finding it. Like only 1% of the abyssal plain has been explored, you know, and they want to go back to the moon and go to Mars. And it's like, well, let's start with our oceans first. Find out about our own planet, how it works, and how we can fix our planet. And, you know, fix the climate change so another ice age doesn't happen, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let me get back on track. There have been so many religions and cults throughout history that as humans we don't know which one is right. It's like on that one episode of South Park where Satan was having relationship issues, and everybody was at the gates of hell, and they were like, but I'm Presbyterian, I'm Baptist, I'm Catholic. We're sorry, the right answer was Mormon. That's right, Mormon. But the thing about that is we don't know what religion is right, what works, what doesn't work. And we don't know what is at the end. Like these people who have near-death experiences or actually die and come back, and they see like lights and angels and family members. We don't know if that's a subconscious image that's put into their brain before they die. That's the thing, though, you know. But it's real funny. I was reading Guitar World, and it was a reader-submitted letter, and it was about this guy who went to a Megadeth show, and there were these protesters outside that said, Megadeth is satanic music. And when Dave Mustaine got on the mic, he said, for all you protesters out there, I believe in God. And that's really funny how these people who are these extreme Christians go around and be pricks and assholes to other people who don't believe the same exact things that they do. And that's one reason why a lot of people are pissed off at Christians, because Christianity was forced upon people at the tip of the sword, much like Islam was also. And that's completely contradictory to what Christianity is, you know. And I don't like liars or hypocrites or, you know, crap like that. But what I like to do is I like to let people live in their own little bubble. You know, like people who lie to me, I like to let them live in their own little world. And then when that little world crumbles, then you see their true colors. But it's like this guy back in the 80s, which is what the song Miracle Man is about. And about this guy who needed $8 million or however much, or else the Lord would call him home, and he got $8 million. Why? Oh, he's a preacher. So, big deal. You know, the Bible is like a song or a poem or a book. It's open. Well, the Bible is a book, but it's open to interpretation. Your own interpretation. Should you take every single word literally? No. Should you take every single word of the Quran literally? No. And it's real funny how a lot of people don't realize that Jehovah and Allah are the same God. Who knew? But anyway, back to the main point. This brings me to Christmas, Easter, marriage. Christmas. Jesus wasn't born in the winter. Just never happened. And in America, Christmas is a business enterprise. You know, you go, I have to buy this. I have to get this really expensive TV. Or, you know, or somebody asks for some really expensive gift. I hardly ask for anything. You know, it's like, just give me like this $10 thing and call it even, you know, whatever. And Easter, what do eggs and bunny rabbits have to do with anything? Don't know. Marriage. Marriage is called holy matrimony still, but it's that to the people who are getting married. And when I say people, I mean no matter what's your sexual orientation, you know, get married. When two people love each other so much, then they're technically married to me. You know, because marriage in America is a business enterprise. It's legal. You have to make everything official, and it's like, why? When people love each other so much, then they're married. But yeah. But religion is what you make of it, because as humans, we don't know what's at the end until we get to the end. It's like when you buy a book and start reading the book, or buy a new album and start listening to the album. You don't know the content of it unless you listen to it on the internet, obviously. But you don't know the content of it. You don't know what's around the next bend, you know. It's like driving. You get on the road, you don't know what's going to happen. And that's what life is. Life is a road. It's the Camino. But anyway, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen at the end. We don't know if any of this is actually real, you know. And yes, I believe in E.T. too. We don't know if aliens created humans or what. But aliens do exist. Other life exists. So just let me make that clear. Running out of time here. What else do I need to cover? These extreme Christians are just hilarious. And then the whole Catholicism thing, what's happening with them recently, and what's been going on with them for years and years about the whole child molesting thing. Will Catholicism last through the next decade? Probably not. Could that be the whole 2012 thing when the Catholic Church collapses? Probably not. And also believe in 2012, not the end of the world, but the end of this world and the birth of a new world. Will that be a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. But that's the thing. You won't know until you get there. But I respect other people's religions and what they believe in, because that's their thing. That's what they believe in. That's what they feel so strongly about that they attach themselves to it. Oh, and metal music is not satanic except for black metal. But humans are just so funny to me, and they're so corruptible. And they're just laughable sometimes. And they don't make sense. And that's what religion is to me. And remember, Hail Satan!